Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys everything that you need to know about the new Fiend Hunter or Fiend Boss and pretty much the strategy that I'm trying to use so that I can clear this all the way up until level 10 and get all of the rewards, because after level 10 I just don't care. Once I clear level 10 I just enter every day one time to get the rewards and get the coins so that I can buy everything on the event shop, and that's it. I just don't worry about anything else because I don't want to compete, and I don't think that there is any reason for me to compete, knowing that you definitely would need to be a whale to compete against the people that has like all these crazy +5 characters, right, and go higher on the ranking. So I don't care about that. Now, the boss definitely is very different than what we had before, right? Even with the changes, this boss has a different way of working, and I'm going to be sharing with you what I have discovered. There are a couple of things that I like, there are a couple of things that I definitely do dislike, and I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay guys, so this is the team, what you see down below here, this is the team that I use to clear all the way up until level 7, right? Once you get to level 6, of course, you unlock the second team, but I didn't use the second team at all. All that I did was using this team that you see here, the second one that is showing here on the screen, right? And I use this team to clear all the way up until level 7, dealing this amount of damage. Now, from here on, if I want to clear more, I for sure need to use some strategy. Before, I didn't use any strategy. I just went with my second team in, attack with all of my characters, boss attack me, second turn attack with all my characters, and I kill the boss, GG, and that's it. That's all that I did, right? So now we are going to be talking about how to go over a little bit more damage so that you can make sure that by the end of the event you're able to clear all the way up until level 10. First, you need to know the boss battle is going to be starting with 15 SP, which is more than what we had on the previous bosses, and you recover 2 SP per turn, which is a bit lower than what we have from the previous bosses, right? They constantly do this. Keep in mind and remember again, knockbacks doesn't work, silence doesn't work, evasion doesn't work. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't bring any character that would rely on these type of abilities, because they would not do anything in this battle. Something else. Now there is a new mechanic that if you attack the weak spot 3 times, from then on, all of the attacks that the boss received during that turn are going to be guarantee a crit rate, right? So you need to build your characters as strong as possible and worry not about any crit rate, because you don't really need any crit rate for the bosses now, right? So in regards to defenses and stats, the boss doesn't have any defense nor magical resistance, which is really good, because definitely you can either do this with a magical team as I am doing, or you can do it with a physical team using Sylvia to be your hyper carry. In that case, you definitely would need some good dupes on the 2 costumes that she has to directly attack the boss though, because if you don't, you definitely were not going to be able to deal as much damage. So the boss has 3 abilities. The first one attacks everyone in the battlefield and reduces the magical resistance by 90%. And then the other attacks attack almost in the entire field. This one is going to be leaving 3 spots that are going to be free where you cannot receive damage, and these ones only leave 1 spot where you don't receive damage. So you need to keep this in mind and position your characters in the right way. The boss deals magical damage, so go with as much magical resistance as you can. 90% magical resistance is the cap. And then this one is the killing attack, so it's only going to be 4 attacks before the killing attack. He has 2 conditional skills, but if you don't have Glacia with both of her costumes, just think about the boss only having 1 conditional skill, because the first one only activates when you have a provoke skill active. Then the boss is going to be attacking here, the very front, on a straight line, and the enemy that has the provoke skill would get a buff of 200% magical attack or attack. This is pretty much only usable with Glacia, because she is a fixed damage unit. They are looking for creative ways to make her deal some decent damage, which still is not going to be enough. Glacia even with max dupes, would not be able to deal more damage than characters like Scheherazade or Sylvia. Those characters are still going to be able to deal more damage because they can crit, right? There is a cap on the amount of magical attack that you can have, which is 10,000. And then you are limited to a specific amount of damage that you can do maximum to the boss. So don't be fooled. They are, again, trying to force you to roll for the character, but it is not needed at all. The second condition is very interesting because it makes you sacrifice one character so that you can then take advantage of the weakening effect on the boss. So my strategy is the following. I am going to be receiving this attack that reduces my magical resistance to the maximum pretty much, with my first team making sure that one of my characters die so that on the second turns it activates this conditional skill, and then I switch to my main team to deal damage taking advantage of the turn in which the boss is using this conditional skill. And then for my second team, I want one of my characters to be so weak enough so that it doesn't die with the first attack with this, but it dies to this attack. So then the boss is going to again use this attack one more time, and I would have one more turn to deal more damage before the turn to the ending battle starts. Sorry. This assures me that I would not die, because if I have 90% magical resistance less, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be dying to these two attacks later on. Probably not in this level of the boss, but pretty sure level 10 will kill me. Okay, so that's the way in which I'm working. So pretty much all of these characters that you see here, these four characters, they don't have any gear. They are here just to die as fast as possible and to provide the buff or the SP that I need. And this is the only character that is going to be dealing damage. In my second team, all these characters, these four characters, are well geared, while Lucretia is the one that I'm going to be sacrificing on the second turn of the battle, so that I can then trigger the what is this called? The special weakness of the boss again, right? So that's the whole deal. I definitely would need to think about which is going to be the characters I'm going to be sacrificing after that, because after this one dies, I still would need to sacrifice one more, because that skill automatically kills you. Okay, so let's go to battle. And pretty much, second, I need to change this. I'm attacking with this first because I want the buff. I need the attack buff so that it gives me some additional damage, even though it only lasts for 2 turns, right? I think that requires some investment for it to last more. Okay, there was up 18 million, and I think with Sylvia alone, she's able to deal like 1 million damage, which is not insane, but it's good enough. Okay, on this turn, I'm not going to be attacking with anything because I want to save SP. So I want to recover the 3 SP with them plus the 2 more that I get from the battle. I think I definitely can do this because I would have enough SP for my other team to be able to use all of their attacks. And by doing this, I immediately put the boss on the critical fix, you see? So all of these attacks are critical hits. And as you can see, I was able to deal 1,400,000 damage, right? So now the boss is on a weakening state, and what I do is that I switch to my second team, and I pretty much nuke the boss with everything I have. I activate all of my buffs, recover SP, and attack with my strongest attack from Scheherazade, right? I need to make sure that this character is here because the attack needs to hit this character. Let me see if he dies. It would be at 1,800 and... Oh, but this attacks 3 times, so she definitely dies. Hoping he doesn't die on this attack, though. Oh! I forgot about the healing buff. Okay, so I think she's not going to die, though. She's dead. Here. It is showing that the boss is going to be using this attack now. Why though? Shouldn't he be using this now? In any case, I will make sure that I sacrifice the correct character. So I'm going to be sacrificing this one just in case. Be attacking with this. Here we go. Almost dead. And yeah, it is definitely using the attack that's going to be putting me on fix. And now I don't have the buff. That's definitely not a good thing though. So I'm going to be using this to survive this attack. And then next turn I will be able to attack with all of my characters. I'm going to be using this anyways. So I'm going to have enough SP for the next one. Just remember guys that not having the grip buff from Helena is not as important, because you still would have the crit, you will still be able to crit the boss every time. So here the boss is dead already, so nothing to worry about. This strategy definitely requires some more thinking. Here you go. Probably definitely bringing Glacia would not be as bad as I think. Oh, she would die anyways. Okay, here you go. So all I have to do, I think, is I need to make my character to be a little bit more tanky, because I don't want her to die so fast. I need her to die to the second attack. But pretty much guys, this is going to be everything for the strategy that I'm following. There are definitely some fine tunings to make. Like for example, now that the boss is level 8, I need to check how much damage it deals. It's going to be 3,492. Sorry, yeah, 3,492. But it attacks. No, it's not this one. This one. It's going to be 1,164. But it attacks 3 times. So since it is attacking 3 times, it is going to be dealing some additional damage due to the chain attacks. So I need to make sure that my girl is able to survive at least 1 attack. So I think going with this, I think that something like this should be enough so that she dies on the second attack. She needs to die on this second attack. This one. Right? Again, it attacks 3 times and deals this amount of damage. Okay. Okay guys, so pretty much that's going to be it. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. I hope that you find this helpful and that you guys can clear all the way up until level 10, and that you get all of your rewards. See you in the next one, and have a wonderful rest of your day guys. Peace.